TMOS. And Mike, get ready to be loved.
Yay!
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, my. How you feeling today, Mac? You doing all right?
Good. I'm doing good.
What?
I'm doing good.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yell at the microphone like you're mad at it.
I am recovered. I had a rough day Monday.
Oh, my God. He's
Okay, I don't want to hear it.
killer.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you very
Show
much.
killer.
Show
Show killer. He's the killer of the show right now. He's a killer.
We'll get to you later. It's time for our mailbag. Let's open it right up. No waiting, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike,
Very busy with advertisers today.
It's
Thank you
all
very
about
much.
us. You know that, right?
Yes, it is.
All right,
It's
very
all
good.
about us, not all about you, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy birthday, baby.
Now, where was the all about you?
I need to grab it real quick. There was a slight operator error. That's all.
We're running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
No.
today.
It was just simple. It was a
daunting
small error.
shows to do.
Berries
I don't
as
mind
big
telling
as
you.
your fist, Mike.
Thank you. Yeah. Way to go. I saw how you do that. Make it look like you don't care. All right, very good.
He cares. He cares desperately.
When in fact he's the one that makes this all happen. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Welcome to our world, our new youngest listener, proud parents Brian and Shelley Mayday.
Mayday, I believe.
Would it be Mayday? Mayday. You don't say that on the radio. They had a blessed event last week. Shelley is half Puerto Rican, so their daughter is a Puerto Rican.
Did they write that in?
They did.
Oh, my
The
God.
baby's name is Charlie. Mother and daughter are doing well. Andy in Reno humbly request a happy birthday for his wife, Anita. Anita. Always a great name.
It is.
And would like Oscar doing his, and I quote, very underappreciated Jim Rome impression.
Oh,
for
my God. It's been forever.
a birthday greeting for Anita, Mr. Santana.
Clones, I'm here to tell you that Anita is having a birthday. Yes. Deep inside the fires of this world, she was born. Happy birthday, Anita. That's what I got.
Wow. Do you think that's really underrated, Mike?
I think it really is.
It's been a long time.
And Mike, I
Fabulously
apologize.
underrated.
Sorry it's late. Here is the theme song to our mailbag.
Oh,
Well,
you couldn't let it go.
Yeah, he couldn't let it go. Now it's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
inappropriate
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
what?
It's because he wanted to prove that he found it.
No.
Because he always raised his hand when the teacher asked for answers in school.
No, it's OCD.
Clones. That's Rob
right.
Spiewak.
Yeah,
Very
all
good.
right. Marvelously overrated
I'm going to
impression.
stop.
Today, Carrie Farrell turns 26 for her birthday. She'd like a TMOS live show in New York City. New York City!
New York City.
We're going to be talking about another meet and greet or opportunity to see everybody, and we'll find out if it's really going to happen next year. We're not sure.
We've got time, Mike.
We've got plenty of time. She would like a show in New York City. Perhaps she should settle for a gift card. Happy 38th to P1 and game show maven Dave Walls, who wants to know which game show Mike, Rob, and Oscar each like the most. That's a nice question. We'll go around the room. Rob, what do you like the most?
You know what? Probably it's very close between The Price is Right and my actual number one, which is the match game. I have to
The
get
match
the match
game.
game.
Is
I
that
think.
even
but,
on
but
still?
how about contemporary shows
Contemporary
that are on
shows,
now?
then I have to go with.
He doesn't know any.
Oh no, because I'm too stupid, Oscar.
No, but you do live in the past. That's interesting that you gave that answer a retro answer. You even gave a retro answer to a contemporary question.
Well, you know what? As far as The Price is Right, I can't do it anymore because Bob Barker is gone. I think the best. It's always been a greatly constructed game. Is Family Feud. I like Steve Harvey. on
Family Feud. Okay, there. I like Family Feud too. What do you like, Oscar Santana?
I am a big Jeopardy guy. Still to this day.
Got to go with Jeopardy. Jeopardy's
I
my
love
go-to.
Jeopardy.
That's the one that I
And
like
he
to
knows
try to
all
show
the
off.
answers.
But man, I hate it when
I
they
know
get a
nothing.
category. I hate it when they get double Jeopardy, and I know no categories that they have.
I like it when they have
20th
kids.
century opera for 200, Alex. F you.
Spelling with Roman numerals for 400. What?
Bad impressions for 1,000.
Bad audio miking for 6,000. Turn his gain up or something, or fix it.
I felt like I was fine earlier.
Yeah,
Mike,
it's there. I
you
think
might
it's okay
need new
now.
equipment. Hey,
John Britton turned 42, the age Elvis was when he died on Monday. He'd like to hear Rob interrupt Mike with the BAMF.
No, we don't do that.
What are we talking about? The BAMF?
The
What is
BAMF
that?
is a production element we used to use, and to interrupt you is stupid, and it is counterproductive to the show, and I'm not going to do it.
I agree with that. I think that's fantastic that you're going to do that. Now, the funny would be that you're going to do it at some
No, let's
point.
move on to the next letter.
You don't have it, right?
Why not? Move on
Is
to
your
the next
CD
letter.
broken?
No, move on to the next letter, please.
Andrea Dove.
See, I wanted you to think that it wasn't coming, and then it was going to come.
Yeah, you succeeded. Andrea Dove, turned 26 yesterday. But have no worries, Andrea. Your boyfriend Adam has no intention of trading you in on a younger model. Younger model? What's he going to go to, a middle school?
I don't know. This is what Adam
He's
wrote.
26.
Adam troubles me greatly.
I like his style.
Come on, Adam. Honor roll student, basketball player, and now a teenager. Happy 13th to Price Teachy, our favorite 13-year-old in Cary, North Carolina.
Price
I love
Teachy.
Cary. I love Cary. I love Cary as a wife. I love Cary as a town.
Well,
yes,
it's a great town.
and incidentally, Cary, North Carolina is spelled exactly the same way that Rob's wife's first name is spelled.
That's right.
C-A-R-Y, Cary.
And I do believe that is where Krispy Kreme Donuts had their first store.
And incidentally, if you take out the north part of Carolina, you can sing this song. Turn the music down
Yes,
for a
of
second,
course.
Rob. Cary, Carolina, Cary, Carolina, Cary, Carolina, Cary, Cary, Carolina. Thank you.
You queen.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much. He's a good boy. Mario Sobrino. Yes, sorry. I'm sorry, Sobrino. Mario Sobrino. He's a good boy. His name is Mario Sobrino. He's senior at the Florida Atlantic University. He's turning 22 this Friday. Mario Sobrino. Mario Sobrino. He's a very, very good boy.
Now,
Thank
can
you.
I
Fun.
interrupt with a gift from my father that my father
Yes.
sent for you, Mike?
From Mario Sobrino?
No, this is from my father to you. He was searching eBay for it. It is a retro toy for you.
I see the side of it.
It is
I
the
see side
Trump,
of it.
Donald J. Trump 12-inch
Right.
talking doll.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
Let's take
Does
him
it
out of
really
his
talk?
packaging
So we can hear him?
so we can hear him talk.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, he's got a nice suit on.
Yeah.
Hello, Rob.
Hold on.
Hello.
Let's see. We can hit the talk
Hello,
button.
Mr. Trump.
We got to hit the talk button.
I have no choice but to tell you, you're fired.
Now, here's the thing. We had some trouble before the show because I was
Right.
trying to undress him. Because I have to take him out of try me mode to put him
Okay.
into talk mode, and I
Okay.
did find the button, so I have to watch. I actually have to unbutton his trousers.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
no. Oh, Rob, you're molesting Mr.
and
Trump.
pull him down.
You're molesting Mr. Trump.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like, there's Trump's
Don't
ass.
molest Mr. Trump.
There's Trump's ass.
This is a bad after-school special.
He doesn't have a crack.
No, he doesn't. No, there is a crack. Look closer.
Is there a crack?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
the
he's
Trump
got a
crack.
crack in his
He
ass.
does.
Where's
Yeah.
the talk
Oh,
button?
and look, he's Jewish. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to switch his mode now.
Okay.
Do you want him with his pants still down, or should I put him
Yes,
back
please,
up?
keep his pants down.
I'll
Please
pull
keep his
them all
pants
the way
down.
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
take his pants off.
And there is no better look than a man in a coat and tie and no pants.
There
So
we go.
creepy.
All right.
Hello, Rob.
Let's go to the talk button now. Let's see.
I've made some mistakes in my time, but you really screwed up. When confronted with your mistakes, you made one excuse after another. I hate excuses. You're fired.
He sounds like Dr. Evil.
Very long.
Stay focused.
Oh, stay focused.
Remember, the buck starts here.
You know, according to the box, there's
How old
17
is this?
different catchphrases.
How old is this?
I think
This
it's
is like
right. You know, I
100
love saying this, Mike. It's from the turn of the century.
There you go. Very good. Very
I
exciting.
should fire
Thank you.
myself just for having you around. It was easy for me. You're fired.
Fired, yeah. A lot of them have a common theme.
That was a tough one.
No, but that's from The Apprentice when it
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is an
apprentice
apprentice doll. So with his pants down, and you know what I just noticed? His socks are painted on. he has wingtips and painted on
Only
socks.
the best.
Yeah. So,
Only the
Pony, will you
best.
set him up on the clock up there so he can keep an
Oh,
eye on
that's
us?
beautiful. You know, I'd
appreciate
love you to sit him. I'd love to be able to see him. Can you maybe put him
Put him
right
next to
by
me.
Oscar's other
Put him
headphones
over
over
here.
there?
Oh, yeah,
Can I
absolutely.
see
Yeah.
Mr. Trump?
But we'll keep his
Thank you.
pants down, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the way I prefer.
Absolutely, Rob.
Naked Trump.
I like my
Hey, and
men
guess
with
what,
their
Rob? You know
pants
what I didn't
down.
do today? I
what's
didn't
that?
start the clock for the show.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I'm totally relying on you.
we'll
All
be
right?
fine.
So-
If you want to know, you are about 9.5 minutes in now. I can
Thank
give
you
you a
very
cue
much.
for 10 if you like.
Cheers.
Well, let's continue the mailbag because we
please.
got a lot more coming up here. Guys, we start with our letters now. I am partway through your first show of the year, listening to the in-depth discussion of the boil on Mike's ass. For the love of all that is holy and to keep Mike alive, would you please convince him to either move out of Florida or start drinking again. Well, I started drinking again, and I don't have any boils on my ass.
You're all better now.
There you go.
Excellent.
That's from Mark S. Morgan, SEMA Executive Director, Morgan Stanley.
You see, don't you like them when they give their title? It gives gives it a little more weight, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Next letter, gentlemen, long time, first time. Super. I've been listening to TMOS in all its incarnations since the early 90s. However, I don't recall ever hearing the origin of Rob's obsessive-compulsive need to repeat any word with the sound AR. Examples. Car. Bar. Star.
I never thought about that.
Mars.
Is this a reference to something? Thanks for taking my call. I'll hang up and listening. This was on the TMOS fan page, too. Ricky Schaefer writes this.
I stole it from you. It's It's akin to when a bad DJ reads going,
Yeah.
But real puking disc jockeys will sort of really lay on that sound like, hey, you're a star today.
You're a smart kid. You're going to go far. So that's all it is. Sorry to disappoint you, and I'm sure it did, Ricky. Rick Schaefer. And it's not Ricky Schaefer. It's Rick Schaefer. I shouldn't have called him, hey, Ricky.
Well, you could call him Dick.
Yo, yo, yo to the TMOS crew. Check it. February 5th is the birthday of your only four-named autistic TMOS fan. That's right. Carter Howard Gene Bailey is turning 9.
Very cool. Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Sweet.
This young man has been such a joy to our family. I love to hear that. He brings nothing but the funny day in and out. There will be many challenges ahead for him, but just know that we love him so very, very much. Absolutely. How about Oscar as Rob wish Carter a happy birthday? Thank you, guys. I love you so hard. Matt Bailey from Spokane, Washington. So this goes out to Carter Howard Gene Bailey from Oscar Santana. Go ahead, Oscar.
Carter, remember, when something bad happens, it's okay, because tomorrow's another day. Happy birthday.
It's very nice advice. I like
Very
that.
nice. Oh, wow. Jeff Thomas writes, so this Christmas I got a gift card to the Buffalo Bills store for $75. Every year,
This is my favorite letter this week.
So this Christmas I got a gift card to the Buffalo Bills store for $75. Every year I ask for the TMOS bonus package, and I get a Bills gift card instead. Is there any chance Jimmy or anybody in TMOS Nation would want this gift card and trade for the bonus show package? Just figured I would ask. Thank you for your time. Well, it's out there, so we'll now see who responds
I
to
saved
it.
the contact information for Jeff Thomas, so if you want to actually make $6, send me an email, rob@michaelmarishow.com.
Very kind
and
of
we
you,
will
Rob.
link you to
Appreciate
her.
that.
Fellas, it is with a heavy heart that I commit this missive. This morning, 2-2, I listened to last Thursday's mailbag with bated breath to find out whether or not my C-wife, C stands for classy, finally wrote in with a birthday wish for my January 29th birthday. Alas, just as in the past countless years, she did not. I decided it was time to take action and ask for a belated birthday greeting for myself. If you could please wish me, Andy Tucker, a blessed, albeit belated birthday, I will be over the moon.
Indeed, Andy.
If you could be so kind, would you also wish my aforementioned classy wife, Jessica, a happy birthday on February 6th, 7th, or 8th? Who can keep track?
This guy is a winner.
It would double my pleasure and maybe get me laid.
Ah, how nice.
I've been a loyal fan and supporter since the Don and Mike show came on in Green Bay, Wisconsin sometime in the late 1990s. I legitimately have not missed a single episode. So I hope that makes me a super fan and not a pitiful loser. No, you are not a pitiful loser.
Good guy.
Yours in Christ, smooth-faced, hairy shaver, Andy Tucker.
Yay,
Thank you,
Andy. Yay.
Andy Tucker.
I wonder if he
very
wants a
good.
$75 Bills gift card.
That's right. With a name like Tucker, he'll go, fine.
Sure.
Happy birthday, Andy.
Dear TMOS gang, my name is Paul Chin. Much to Rob's chagrin, I am not Chinese. In fact, I am not Asian at all. I'm just a typical boring white guy. I have listened to Mike since 1988 when our family moved from Dallas to Northern Virginia. On Saturday, my wife Libby begins her douchebag 40s.
Ah, Libby.
It would absolutely thrill Libby to hear a birthday greeting on your show. I love her, and I want to have everything she desires. So I would be forever grateful if you can grant this request. We live in Nashville now, so our chances of meeting you are slim. But we hope to make it to an appearance one day and would love to tip a drink with you. In fact, that has been one of my dreams for years. Simply to have a drink with you and then make mad, passionate love perhaps one day.
Now, you see, here's what this troubles me.
This is a weird
I read this a lot of times, and I didn't change this paragraph.
It's not me, right? It's not me.
It's the way he's written it. And the way he's written it, it could be he wants to meet us and then bang his wife.
Yes.
Or he
yeah,
wants
I
to meet
think
us and
that's what he
then
wants.
bang
Here's
us.
the bad sentence. Let me read the bad sentence.
Okay.
In fact, that has been one of my dreams for years, simply to have a drink with you and then make mad, passionate love, perhaps one day. That is just the worst sentence that's been written in the mailbag
It's
today. I hate to
horrible,
say
but
it.
I couldn't alter it because I need to know, does he want to bang us?
I'm not sure.
I don't
Until
either.
then,
Well,
we'll
not
keep
us.
downloading, listening, and Amazoning. Your friend in Christ our Lord, Paul Chin.
Not
Thanks,
Asian.
Paul.
He's not Asian.
Paul,
Happy birthday, Paul.
and incidentally, his middle name is Balzan.
So he's French.
Paul Chin.
That's right. Paul Balzan Chin. Thank you very much. Gentlemen of TMOS, our final letter.
Yes.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, our final letter. Aren't you happy about
Are we in
that?
the second
Yes.
break yet? Where are we? Have we started the show, for God's sakes?
My audio friends, I feel like we've been best buds for better than a decade. You have been fighting back the voices in my head for years and losing. The voices tell me to drink more so they cannot hear me any longer. That said, that doesn't make sense. The voices tell me to drink more so they cannot hear me any longer. Huh? So they're listening. The
Because
voices
he's the
are listening
crazy
to him.
one.
I can't
His
tell if he
crazy
wants to have
voices
sex
think
with
that
his wife
he's
or us.
The crazy one.
That said, under the grip of the letter. I used the TMOS link to order Blue Apron yesterday. It arrived, and the ingredients are top shelf. My wife and I cooked for once without fighting over timing, ingredients, amounts, or preparation because everything was laid out in the beautifully rendered recipe and clearly written task page.
Yes.
I love our listeners when they get into a sponsor. It makes me laugh. We had a delectable shrimp dinner. Deveined, by the way. Poopless shrimp is the best shrimp. The dinner, along with a glass of Pinot Noir, was perfect. So I plan on being a Blue Apron customer for quite a long time. Small addition. I have also purchased a California King sleep number bed, and I love the way it smooths my poor double surgeried back and takes me to dreamland nightly so that I can wake up feeling great and ready for the day.
I love this guy.
This guy's funny.
Yeah.
Lastly, instead of dropping my yearly donation to NPR this year, F 'em, I bought an annual TMOS bonus show package. With all the laughter and enjoyment you bring to my week, how could I not? Next, I guess I will be getting a tattoo of everyone's face on my ass. Sans, Rofo, and Ponyboy. Your friend, not really. Your fan, most definitely. Sean McKinney.
Yay,
Start the
Sean.
show, you hump. Way to
Thank
go,
you, Sean.
Sean. Good job.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
We had a gay football player come out recently. Apparently, he sat his college team down, told them he was gay, and they didn't tell anybody, which is fascinating. Because very similar, when I was in college, the football team sat me down and told me I was gay, and then told everybody. Very similar. People say figure skating is the gayest sport, but I think it's football. Think about it. You have these like muscular men in tights trying to get on top of one dude, and this other group that's like, no, stop, he's ours. You do something wrong, a man trots out and throws out a colored flag, blows a whistle. Holding. That's the gayest penalty. No, Tom, you can't hold on to him. You gotta let him go. He's chasing after another man. He's going for the sack.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his Amazon.com office chair, here's Mike.
Good day to introduce that. Anyway, live from the Cappy Piper Studios from sunny Southwest Florida and our nation's capital, This is the Mike O'Mara Show, powered by Encore Insurance Services, and heard daily for over 5 years at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Online, on air, and on your mobile device, the Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it, and if you're here, you do too. Our show today brought to you by CH Wine. I want to tell you a little something about Cameron Hughes Wine. They use premium vineyards that have little extra supplies around, then they buy the extra and sell these exceptional wines at great everyday prices. We're talking $100 bottles of wine for $15 to $20, and Cameron Hughes only buys wine from the best vineyards, so if it's on chwine.com, you already know it's fantastic, and in free shipping you cannot miss. Perfect for Valentine's Day, and Cameron Hughes even has wine and chocolate gift packs. They make the perfect gift. Exceptional high-end wines at everyday drinking prices. You'll love it like we do. Playing golf with a guy a couple of days ago, and he told me the same thing. He uses CH Wine, and he loves it.
Cameron knows wine. Everything he puts on his site is great.
Stands by it.
He does.
Here is the only way to get free shipping on your wine order. Visit chwine.com, click the microphone in the upper left, and enter TMOS. Save a ton of money on shipping and get fantastic wine delivered right to your door. No brainer. That's chwine.com. Click the mic and enter TMOS for free shipping. chwine.com. Don't wait. This offer will not last. Welcome to the show. A huge mailbag today.
Yes.
And we're happy you're here. We're happy everybody's here. We are still recovering from the Super Bowl. I think there's no question about that. It's a weird week. It's a very
fun
weird
though.
week. It's a fun week.
I like the way
it's
my
fun.
body's trying to figure out when my liver's going to start regenerating. Like I was just trying to figure that out as I woke up this morning.
You're still holding on to the fact that it will heal itself.
And I said, I know it's healing itself. I know that. I told Mike, I said, today's the first day I feel like I'm getting back to normal. Mind you, that was 3 days ago. We were at Jimmy's.
Yeah.
Speaking of liver, our friend Tommy Lang needs a new one, and he's got daunting medical bills, and Tommy Lang could use your help.
Sorry about that.
Rob, do you have the information for that? It's on Facebook, right?
It is on Facebook.
Do you know where it is?
You can find it on my page. You can find it on Tommy's page. And that's Tommy, Lang. And be generous. And
what does he have, like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter?
It is a GoFundMe.
He's got a GoFundMe.
And he doesn't even know the scope of his medical bills yet, but he certainly is going to need our help. And if you donate, you're going to feel really good. So please help
care
him
of
out.
that today.
We
So
love
that's our
Tommy,
friend,
and we wish him the best.
it's Captain Steve and Tommy out there at KCJJ, and we wouldn't be who we were if we didn't make mention of that.
Very sweet.
And I wish him the very, very best of luck with his health issues. So speaking of health issues, our own man, Mac. Mac, how are you, really?
I'm
how
doing
are
good.
you?
I'm doing very good, actually.
That's good to hear. Did you enjoy the lobster roll that I gave you on
It was
on
delicious.
Sunday?
My first time ever having it. It was amazing.
Wow. Oh, really? You've never had a lobster roll before?
I've had lobster, but not a lobster roll. No.
He swooped in like a velociraptor to get
well,
it.
they said to me that Jimmy ran out of lobster early on Sunday
well,
because
he
of the
bought
crowd.
3 5-pound lobsters, and he thought it was going to be enough because he was going to get all the meat out of them.
Seriously,
it's mostly
when
wings.
Did Jimmy, when did Jimmy was selling lobster rolls all week, correct?
What we're going to sell is something called buffalo lobster.
It was not buffalo. It was a great lobster roll. They sold out of lobster, and they were kind enough to save 2 for Carla and me. I couldn't believe that.
That's so nice.
And
That is
so
nice.
I said, well, Carla's not going to eat the lobster roll, so I'll take 2 of them. And then when they brought them out, they didn't bring 2 lobster rolls on a plate. They brought 2 entire platters. So I said, I'm not going to eat the 2 platters. Who wants the lobster roll? Mac did. It was the most speed I had ever seen anybody.
Have you ever seen that much initiative from him on anything?
Never. It is the most motivated he has ever been in his life. That is what he cared. He didn't care about speaking to anyone.
Oh, ask my dad.
Yes, I mean, it was really. It
He's
was
a
the
true
silent.
introvert. He's a true introvert.
But you know what he is?
true
He is the weirdest mix. He is a true hungry introvert that wants a seat in the middle of everything, which means that because my father got there early and Mac planted himself by my father early, my father got 6 quality Mac hours.
Was he complaining about it?
Well, Mac sort of C-blocked my dad from participating in a lot of the fun at the end of the table.
Did you speak to Mr. Spiewak Sr.?
I did.
Did
We
you,
had
Mac?
a couple
Really?
conversations with him. Yes.
How did that go? Can you recount them?
The first one was about the woman who arrived at our table at the beginning.
Oh, Nutsy
she's very
Fagan.
sweet. She's
Yeah,
very sweet.
nice
Yeah.
lady.
We were just a little confused about her.
I put her there. She was alone.
We all thought that she had some sort of tie-in to the show, like she might have been someone's auntie.
No.
Yeah, okay,
no.
Oscar, are you responsible for that? that because we have like the family table.
We did, and
Oscar.
and I said,
"Well, but this is the Oscar move.
Yeah.
The Oscar classic move is here, sit here. This is with everybody from the show, and then Oscar's boom like the wind.
Gone.
Oscar vanishes
Down in
I
the
walk
party
over to
zone.
the table. I'm like, whose mother, whose sister, whose cousin is this? And it was not a relative.
every listener to me is family, Mike. I don't know where you look at it. That's the way I feel.
I had a good time sitting next to her because that was where I could sit to be near my father. And I was talking to my dad, and she was right there. And she was very quick to remark how far she had come to the show.
Hey, you came all the way down here. That's amazing. Here, I'm going to put you right down next to Julia Spiewak. So long.
So it was very nice to meet her. And she said, but I am disappointed Carrie's not here. I said, well, aren't we all? And I said, would you like
where
to
was Cary that day, by the way? Where
She was home with Robert.
She doesn't hang with us anymore, right?
No, she doesn't like to
She's
hang
out.
with us anymore.
She's out.
She's out.
She's out on
of
the
my
show,
life.
Mike. She's out on the show.
She's
Was
out.
she working that? She wasn't working that.
No,
day,
but
was
she and Robert were doing some shopping and haircut things for him. And she told me that she was not going to come to Jimmy's at 3:15 when I asked her to be home for a 3 o'clock departure because 3:15 is the most inconvenient way to handle it. So anyway,
Were you bummed? Were you bummed that because your father was there, your father's wife was there? It's usually a family gathering for you guys, and
it would have been great
Cary
to have.
chose not to be there.
Would have been great to have her there in the same car. So she could have.
So you could
drive home. Yes, that
Did
would have
she
been awesome.
So did she pretty much figure that's what she was going to have to do?
Well, you know what? It's been 20
Be your
years.
DD?
She knows. She knows. It's been 20 years. You know, through 2 kids and a marriage and everything. She knows she's the designated driver.
Well, my question would be, so when did she really start?
Yeah, when did she punch out on us?
Yeah, when did she quit on us?
Let's see.
When she lost the soda stream on Mike's 2 years ago?
No. But she does remember and remind me of that. I think it's pretty much the podcast. She doesn't listen to the podcast, so I think.
Why doesn't she listen to the podcast?
Well, she's very busy. Napping, judge shows. Lots of stuff to do in the course of a day.
She hasn't been into any shows you've been on. I mean, isn't that right, pretty much?
No, she
right?
used to listen in the old days because it was on the radio and it was easy. Oh, and she worked. So she would listen on the way home from work. It was drive time. But
Hold on a second. You realize what you just said? Because it was easy.
For her.
You just said because it was easy. Like, podcasting is not easy. Jesus Christ.
We have apps we've built. You hit one button and we're right there.
I
One
understand.
press, one
But
press
not
of the
everyone
button.
is blessed, Mike.
She shops online, doesn't she?
Oh, God, all the time. She
Right,
keeps
God, all the
Amazon-
time.
Yeah.
There it is. But
Mike,
so
not
that-
everyone has a commute of 0.2 miles. Do you know the last time she bought a tank of gas? Thanksgiving. It lasts that long.
But she usually likes kind of coming out to functions and hanging, or does she not?
Well, she
Let's
hasn't
be
been.
honest.
When was the
here.
last
Let's
time
be
she was at a function? I think it was a Christmas party.
Christmas party?
Like
no,
2 years ago.
She's been out since then, hasn't she?
No.
Well, there hasn't been an opportunity for her to come out and be great.
Oh, there has been.
But no, she just
Well, you
hasn't
know
come
what? It
out.
was nice. Shannon was there. Shannon
Yeah.
was there.
Shannon was
having
there.
a good time. And,
She's awesome.
Shannon was still. Shannon doesn't. Let's be honest. Shannon also doesn't look
Well,
like
I forbid.
she's not doing
I
cartwheels when she's
forbid
there.
her to listen. Yes.
But as far as
she does
being
what
there,
I say,
she's
so
not
she doesn't
in.
listen.
She's not into being there. She's not into.
No,
But you know what? All
that
the
is as
significant
obvious to
others-
me
Mike,
as
she comes
anything.
to support the cause because this show pays the mortgage. Carrie doesn't understand that clearly.
Outside of Carrie, all
That's
the
because
significant
probably
others
Cary
were there.
pays a lot of the mortgage too. Yeah.
All the significant others were there. I mean, Carla
By the way,
was
you
there.
got to do the breaks, pal, because I have no idea.
Oh,
where
I understand.
We are.
We've still got
and
2
we're
minutes.
still in the first segment.
Right.
Right. Thank you.
Carla was there, which was nice. She's your significant other. I know that.
My son didn't make it though. He wanted to drive, and I said no.
Shannon put in an appearance, and of course, Pony brought his mom. So I was the only one who was really flying solo. But I
Right.
did bring my daughter, and she had a good time. So that was nice, right?
Well, speaking of your daughter, I would like to examine Julia Spiewak. Julia Spiewak, who looked. Had a hairdo that I think is as sweet a hairdo that I've seen on her in a long time.
Modern hairdo,
beautiful.
yeah.
Really, really. However, as modern as it is, and as good as it looked, and she received tons of compliments
Yes.
on it. There is that hairdo says something. Not just I've got a new cute hairdo. That hairdo says something. I think maybe a little more sinister.
You think sinister?
Like maybe I'm getting ready to really rebel. And we'll talk about that when we come back on the Michael
I look
Mara
forward
Show.
to the next segment. This will be fun.
We'll be right back on the Michael Mara Show. Everybody!
Hey, everybody, it's Mickey Coachella. Please listen to my podcast, It's Mickey, along with my co-host, Robert Andrew.
Oh, my God, guess what, Mickey?
What?
I just read online that we're in the top 7,000 comedy podcasts in America.
A boy can dream, Robert. A boy can dream.
For more information, visit us at morebroadcasting.com.
That's fantastic.
Love it.
So this new guy comes,
he's really good.
waltzing
He's
in
great.
and bingo bango.
Yeah.
Tell Mickey when he comes by and sees us next week to bring his buddy with him.
That'd be great.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by SodaStream. Health and fitness are important, people, and one of the easiest ways to start living a healthier life is to drink more water. I will tell you, down here in South Florida, I know that more than anything. You can help your loved ones lead a better and healthier life by giving them a SodaStream sparkling water maker. With SodaStream, you can transform ordinary water into fresh, sparkling water in seconds, which makes it easier to drink more water more often. You can even add your favorite natural flavors. Yummy, yummy, yummy,
Good
loving
stuff.
my tummy. Studies show that people who drink more water, if they have a SodaStream sparkling water maker, they will drink more of it, 3 more glasses a day. That's statistics, people.
That's a lot of water.
43% more than the average American, which is no surprise. I love my SodaStream. You'll love yours, too. Good health outlasts candy and flowers, so give the gift of health to your Valentine and help make them a commitment to drink more water this year with a SodaStream. Available at SodaStream.com or at over 1,000 local retailers. SodaStream, water made exciting. Okay, welcome back to the show, everybody. So you know that your daughter got tremendous compliments on her.
Yeah, and
hair.
that meant a lot to her. I thought that was really cool. But you see, this hair thing it didn't start with the haircut. It started, I guess, about 6 or 8 months ago when she started getting like the kind of hair dye that lasts about 2 or 3 weeks. And we went through
the colored stuff like purple and green.
and we did like a reddish magenta. I say we. She did like a reddish magenta or a blue hair, and I could always tell because I'd go to the bathroom in my bedroom, and there'd be that color everywhere. I don't know. You don't probably watch Arrested Development, but there was a sequence where David Cross was a member of the Blue Man Group, and there was just random blue handprints everywhere. That's the way my house was for much of the summer.
But for a while, you were fighting the coloring of hair.
Well,
I remember that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You said it on the show. You told Cary no, and then she did it anyway.
She is, and here's where it is. And Mike, you can relate to this because it wasn't that long ago that you had 2 girls that were Julia's age. She's my little girl. She was my first. She's my daughter. She's always been the pretty little girl with the long golden hair.
Her hair was phenomenal.
Beautiful. I mean, she's a beautiful little girl. And now she's 14. And she's starting to trowel on the Amy Winehouse-like makeup. Mm-hmm. She was certainly not shy about wearing makeup to Jimmy's, but I didn't say anything because I do feel if you do talk about stuff like makeup and if you absolutely prohibit it, stonewall it, it's going to be worse.
Little
she's
girls,
a great student.
She's a great student.
Yeah.
But,
conscientious.
Did you, Oscar? You saw the look. The look
as
said
soon
to me,
as I saw
the look said rebel to me.
Well,
It
mind
said,
you, I worked at a alt rock station for a while, right?
Yeah,
so
that's when you had hair like that.
Yeah, when I
the look said Kelly Osbourne during her difficult.
you know
days.
what
That's a good call. It is Kelly
Yes.
Osbourne.
The
Kelly
look
Osbourne
said-
during her difficult days.
The look said to me, and it screamed Leesburg millennial. That's what it. And by that I mean, a Leesburg millennial is a person.
It's a beer with a 4.5 alcohol content.
They take,
I'm enjoying a nice Cuban cigar now that they've opened up the borders and a delicious draft millennial.
They live by these rules. They know that their dad loves them. They know that their mom loves them. They have a TV in their room, something I never had growing up, but everybody does now, apparently.
Does she have a TV in her room?
Of course she does.
They get anything.
Well, don't say it like that. Don't say it like.
Well,
of
no, I
course
thought
she
I'd
does.
play for this dick thing he's doing. So just playing along.
They get anything they want, and they do what they want when they want. That is a Leesburg millennial. Mm-hmm. And most of them are white.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Now, where did you get that concept
because these
he Googled crackpot theories, Mike.
There's a generational thing happening now where because these kids have access to the internet and they think they know everything. They feel like they can get away with anything. And I don't just see it with your kids. I see, and this is the thing. Julia is a great girl. She's got great grades. To see her walk in with that type of haircut wasn't crazy to me, but it wasn't something I was expecting.
Well,
right?
when she came in with it, I knew she was going to have something done to her hair when that happened.
Yes.
But she came in, and what totally threw me is that she looked so much older.
Because I am
Yes.
fleet of foot on my
True.
computer, I have come to a Pew Research Center quiz.
What is that smell?
Rob, this will require you to answer questions on behalf of your daughter.
That is fine.
And the Pew Research Center, and I have a lot of faith in them. They've got credible surveys.
They're
here.
respectable.
They
also built all
quiz.
the seating at my church.
Pew. How millennial are you? In the past 24 hours, did Julia watch more than an hour of television programming?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Ding.
All right.
She
very
probably watched, you know what, and it'd probably get extra credit for this. She watched Catfish.
Oh.
good. In the past 24 hours, did she read a daily newspaper or not?
No.
And that means even picking it up for 5 minutes and looking at it.
You know, she does read stuff online because she has to for class. So if it's
No,
not,
it's a daily newspaper.
it has
I
to
don't
be an
think-
actual
Like a
newspaper. So no, then no.
No. Okay, very good. Next question.
Okay.
In the past 24 hours, did she play video games or not?
No, she's not a big gamer.
That's good. I
Yeah.
think that's going to bode well for her. Thinking about her telephone use, does she have only a landline phone in the home? Do you have only a cell phone or both a landline and a cell phone?
Both. I can't give up my landline.
A throwback.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
That might be throwback. It
Yeah,
might
yeah,
bode
yeah,
well.
yeah.
In the past 24 hours, about how many text messages, if any, did she send or receive on her cell phone? And the answers are no text messages on the
What's
cell
the
phone in the
highest
past
number?
24 hours. 1 to 9, 10 to 49, 50 or more.
50 or more, easy.
Oh, my God.
50 or more to Bella alone.
Oh, wow. How important is being successful in a high-paying career or profession to her personally? That's, kind of her goals in life. One of the most important things, very important but not the most, somewhat important, not important.
I would say very important, but not the most important. And that's sort of a loaded question for a 14-year-old.
So she's, it is for 14. And
Yeah.
because Oscar's skewing this a little older with the whole
Yeah.
millennial concept
Yes.
here, but it's interesting, all right? Let's move on to the next question here. Do you think more people of different races marrying each other is a good thing for society?
Remember, she's Rob's kid.
It's Rob's daughter, not Rob answering these questions. Do you think more people of different races marrying each other is a good thing for society, bad thing for society? Doesn't make much difference for society.
This is Julia answering.
Yes, Julia. Yes. You're funny.
I think, I honestly think with her generation, remember she is 14,
Yes.
it doesn't make a difference because
I
I don't
totally
think she
agree with
sees
that.
it.
see color.
I don't
totally
think she
agree with
sees
that.
color.
Absolutely.
Or hear accents.
Yeah.
Yes. Really?
Or
Yeah.
discriminate
Tell her to go to
against-
gate 42 at Reagan National.
Mike,
All right.
neither does she discriminate against the infirm.
In the past 12 months,
Yes.
has she contacted a government official or not? This
That
contact
is
could
so
have been
funny.
in person, by phone, by letter, by sending an email, or posting a message on their website or social networking page.
I would say no.
Okay, no, did not contact
That's fair.
a government official.
Although I think she would be a fan of Wade Byard, who is the guy who calls school at.
You're
at
the big
Leesburg.
fan
She'd
in that
like his
household.
pay.
Yeah,
of
but
Wade
you know
Byard.
what? She's the one who benefits from Wade. So
Has she ever created her own profile on any social networking
Yes,
sites?
unfortunately, yes.
Multiple.
Yes, yes,
created
yes,
a
yes.
profile. Yes, we know that.
Julia Jellybean.
How important is living a very religious life to her personally? One of the most important things. Very important, but not the most. Somewhat important or not important?
She prays to the god of texting. It is not important to her.
Not important.
And that sort of, what reflects on her parents.
Yes, very sad.
Yes, yes.
Were your parents married during most of the time you were growing up or not?
Married, yeah, as far as I know, yeah. Carrie and I still
As far
together.
as I know now.
Hey, better save some for Dad now. Hey, pull up a full flag of orange juice.
She
for
does
this
not
one.
have a tattoo. I will answer that.
Thank
right? She
you.
doesn't have a tattoo.
No.
Right?
Right.
Okay, just checking. Does she has a piercing? Oh, see, this is now.
She has her
Does she
ears
have a
are-
piercing anywhere besides the earlobe?
No.
No, she does not.
No.
Okay, that's a good thing.
And she's had to do that a couple times because she gets lazy and it grows shut.
In general, would she describe her political views as conservative, moderate, or liberal?
That's, I would
know
say
she's 14.
moderate. I would have to say moderate, just guessing.
Okay, very good. Just guessing now.
Hey!
And our last question.
She can't vote for 4 more years.
Tell me the age that she. Tell us the age.
Easy.
So, under 18. Okay, so
it's
this
under
is
18.
under
Right.
18.
There you go.
And let me get the results right now. That was a long quiz. But
It
it's
was, but
interesting.
now,
Well,
I
worth it.
will truly know my daughter.
The magic.
Okay,
8 ball.
so her millennial score is 79.
All right.
Out of a possible 100?
Let me see. Well, it's not one of those BS ones on Facebook. It's legitimate.
Well, she's a solid millennial then. She's not
suppose.
below, right?
Yeah.
If you're going by percentage out of 100.
Yeah, and then it doesn't give the
C+.
report,
Well,
you know how on all those Facebook surveys they say, you've got a good heart and you really like people. It's just like, thank you,
Mike,
It's not going to tell us what ABBA song she is or what Disney princess.
The point I'm trying to make is when I have kids and my kids want some wild haircut, something different outside the norm.
Hold on, let me hit play and record because I'm going to want to remember
If
this.
they have the grades that Julia Jellybean has, then I guess I got to pick my battles and let it go. Bottom line.
I think she's
you're
a
right.
good kid.
Yeah.
I think
That's
she's
the way
a
I
good
look
kid.
at it.
She is. She's always been.
But now you got to check her drawers like on a regular basis.
I'm sure you mean the dresser.
Did the hair?
drawer.
One last question about this.
Not her
Did the
drawers.
hairdo freak you out a little bit?
It freak out is a strong phrase. What it did is it made me have to bite my lip and say, honey, that looks really good on you, which is not a lie because it does look good.
Everybody
but
said it at the Super Bowl party, too, but she looked a little goth.
It was the first time that she was not my little girl anymore. She was like a teen, and that's scary and that's tough because the first kid, not to diminish Robert in any way, the first kid is something very important.
Yeah.
That's the first baby that you've ever made and held in your arms. And I just looked back to when she was 8 pounds, and boy, she's not 8 pounds anymore.
But she's also very creative.
Well, I don't want to
Right?
continue.
Yeah.
Since I'm doing this to Rob, I have to be fair, too. And I was a little freaked out during the Super Bowl party as Oscar was analyzing my daughter's.
Oh, yeah, offering advice.
I can't do that to her. I can't do that to her.
I
can't.
thought it was great.
The fake ID?
No,
all right,
not the-
very good. Yeah.
Not the fake ID. When I
Sorry.
told her, he said, muscles are fun, but the guy in the green sweatshirt is going to pay your mortgage.
That's right.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
You can allow them to spend more time with the Bolivian Ann Landers.
Right. And incidentally, when she handed it to me, of course, I cut it in two.
Attaboy.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah, you took it
Yes,
right
very
away.
good. Yes, because kids don't have that at college. Wow, I did it. I'm sorry. Well, that was my own penance for picking on Rob for the
You're a
last
good
segment.
man.
We'll take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Este samba que me estou de maracatu. Essa mancha preto veio.
Hey.
Remember when
Can
you
you
said to me last night, you said, play more Sergio Mendes and
Can
Brazil
you start it from the
66?
beginning?
You bet. There we go.
I'm going to do a Pro Flowers commercial now. They might not be totally happy with it, but I am going to do it
They'll love it,
with a
Mike.
South American accent.
They'll love it.
Gentlemen. Hello, my friends.
Nice.
I'd like to tell you about a very special holiday for so many. That is, of course, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is next week, and you can truly impress her with Pro Flowers from proflowers.com. She'll be impressed, her friends will be impressed, and you'll be a hero when she posts on social media how great you are. Get 100 blooms of love with a free glass vase for just $19.99. Better yet, upgrade your order on that gourmet chocolates and a teddy bear for just $9.99 more. That's nice. All you have to do is use our code TMOS. Pro Flowers is quick, easy, and delivery on Valentine's Day is guaranteed. Get it done early. Choose the delivery date. You're done after that. And since Pro Flowers are guaranteed to last 7 days, your money back. Or your money back, I should say. You're done with that. That's good. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? 100 blooms of love with free glass vase for just $19.99 and upgrade with chocolates and a teddy bear for just $9.99 or more. You won't beat this deal. Go to proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone in the top right corner, and type in TMOS. That's proflowers.com, click the microphone, top right corner, and type in TMOS. Order now. This deal expires Friday at midnight. Thank you.
Nice.
Gracias.
Well done.
Very
Hey,
good.
Mike, you sound like the father in Jane the Virgin. He's a Latin soap star. It's really, really good. It's really good.
Welcome back to the show. Well, so many things to talk about. We covered my farting on a plane. All I know is when we eat at Jimmy's, I tend to have a little residual effect of that, and I'd like to apologize to my bride for her very, very abrupt wake-up call this morning. I'm very, very sorry about that, and it's
you
really
have to
embarrassing.
retuck the sheets in?
Well, what it is, it's so funny. This is in the O'Mara household. It sounded like this morning. 6:45. I thought that the boy was up, and I grabbed Carla, and apparently when I reached for her arm, I raked her face.
Oh.
And so she said, "What is that?" I said, the baby's up. No, he's not. it's 5:30.
Oh.
No, it's not 5:30. It's 6:30. I don't care. The baby is still sleeping. I said, okay. And then she sort of drifted back to sleep. And then in about 5 more minutes,
you were upset.
She got this, and she got, and she said, what are you doing? And I just wanted to say, I know I gave her a rough morning. And
That's
then,
fine.
And then she said, if you're awake, go outside and take the baby monitor with you.
But Mike, to be fair, if you don't fart, you die.
Yes, you die.
You gotta fart.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
That's right. There we go. Good morning to you. Yes, sirree, everybody.
So wait, the routine in the morning, and I actually envy this, is you wake her up usually to tell her the baby's up and she's got to go
No,
and take care
the
of the baby?
opposite is true. She has the baby monitor on her side.
Okay.
I get the baby, but she
gotcha.
usually wakes me up
And lets
to
you
get the
know.
baby. And the baby was, I guess it was the maybe the stress of flying and the traveling and all that. The baby did a 2.5-hour nap yesterday.
Wow.
And then slept from 6:30 till about 6:45 this morning.
It's scary when a kid sleeps out of schedule like that.
Right.
Because what'll happen is you'll forget, and then you'll look at the clock and say, oh, my God, I'm sure he's dead.
Oh, my God.
And you have to run in and check.
That is not
the first
cool.
time Robert slept through the night, I thought sure I was going to be picking up a cold body.
Isn't that scary?
So
You know,
scary.
Rob, you've nailed it as far as being the son of an 18-month-old. That is the single thing as a parent with the advent of baby monitors.
Yep.
And back in the days of my daughters, we had the audio monitors, so it didn't matter. But with the video monitor, you look and you will see, oh, look at the baby. The blanket's over his head. The blanket's over his head. Get the blankets over his head now. Oh, my God, the blankets. And they sleep. They're fine.
Do
Especially
you
when
put
they
him
get
in
to be a
those
certain
swaddle blankets?
We
they
used to.
have?
Yeah, but you
We
don't
used to put
swaddle
him
an
in a swaddle
18-month-old.
blanket.
That's more of an infant thing.
Well, I still use one, Rob.
Well, I
so
know.
don't
Well,
understand
because otherwise Carla says you thrash.
That's right. Yeah, my swaddle bank, there's nothing like that swaddle bank in the morning. Blanket.
Oh, she swallowed you tight this morning. Hey, don't
Save
swallow
room for Dad now.
Don't swallow him so tight. He's going to have to change out his drawers.
Right, exactly. No, so he's doing fine. The baby's doing fine. The dogs are back, which is wonderful.
Hey, that's good.
because, that was, let me see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Those beautiful days of not having the feeling of warm poo and plastic in my hand. When they do what they do. And,
This is what they do. Now, did you board them in the same place down there?
Same place. When Frankie came back into the household, he gave me kind of a warm greeting, which was unusual, jumped up on my lap, and Beluga does what it is. Beluga has nothing to do. Beluga could be gone for 3 months, and he gives the little fat man tail wag, walks by me, and that's it. Still has nothing to do with me whatsoever.
Does Carla listen to every episode of this show?
Yes.
Because I'd like to ask a question, but I'd like for her not to hear it. So if you
Well,
can, Carla,
all right.
don't listen to this next question.
Carla, turn it down. Now she's going to turn it up.
All right. My question is this. As far as
Yes.
Beluga goes, have arrangements been made?
Oh, yeah. That's a fair question.
She doesn't like it when
if
you do
buy
Beluga's
in
going to die
advance, you get a
jokes.
10% discount.
really do.
I think
Yeah.
Beluga's got a few years left. I think Beluga's got a few years left. I truly do.
Sure.
He does.
As a doorstop.
That dog.
He still locomotes. He
got-
still locomotes.
Oh,
He's still able to get.
please.
Is
He
there
limps a little bit. but,
bustling taxidermy business in your neck of the woods?
I mean, for people that want to stuff their animals?
Yeah, because you know what? You could probably have Beluga stuffed. She wouldn't realize it for 3 days.
I think that.
Hey, does she still want a cat?
Yeah.
You mentioned that briefly.
It has not been broached since she brought it up the second time.
Okay.
And
You can go out and catch a feral cat.
This is really, first of all, I believe marriage is a contract between two people, and it's live and let live, and you take other people's desires into account. We are not getting a goddamn cat.
What
in
if
this
we
house.
introduce?
It's not
I
gonna
just
happen.
made a joke, but what if you turned it into a thing where you went out on the golf course and caught a cat? Don't you think that would be more exciting? Like people say that when you hunt, when you hunt and you kill your own meat, it tastes better. Don't you think you'd love a cat more that you caught?
A feral cat?
Yes, a feral cat. And
do you
then
know,
could give it
speaking
the
of feral
shots and
cats, do you
everything.
know, not far from here, in a very shishy neighborhood down in Naples, Florida, that's the rich person's city.
Sure.
Apparently, and this was the story that I saw on the news last night, a 2-year-old Florida panther came over from one of the barrier islands and swam across the channel and was found in the backyard of one of these communities. And it was big news down here. Big story.
That's
the big story
fantastic.
it's very cool. It's
It
very
is.
cool. And, I like the whole predatory cats. I wouldn't want to eyeball them or anything like that. But they're down here, and their populations are coming back. And the big question, I read an article about it, are the populations of the Florida panther are expanding, and they will even be more expansive if they are able to naturally negotiate bodies of water. I don't know why the naturalists
Nature
are
always
saying this,
finds a
but
way.
they're
Yeah,
not.
but it's always
they're
so
not like
weird.
helping them with a boat to go across the river. That's not what they're
Have
doing.
any of them chartered a boat?
But Mike,
But they're
you're
saying
right.
that's
You're
how they
right.
want the population to naturally expand.
But it's
not
so
by-
weird
because-
to see a cat, any cat, swim.
Yeah, but they don't know for 100% sure if this is how it got there, but they said there's really no other way that it wouldn't
That's
have been
scary.
seen by coming across from a little bear. And it's a 2-year-old healthy male cat.
You've had a lot
So-
of weather down there. Do you think it's a possible catnado?
No, it is not a cat.
It could have been in a water spiral and just sort of dropped over.
Catnado.
Catnado.
Yes.
It happens. I've seen
Yeah.
it. I think it was on the Sci-Fi Network.
Thank you, Rob. No, it's not a cat.
Ian's earring.
I appreciate that.
He's a dick.
Mike, you can't have a cat in
And he
your
got
place.
voted off, right? I didn't watch The Celebrity Apprentice, but apparently
He
Ian,
and
Brandy
Brandy
Glanville,
Yeah.
got voted off
and
together.
Johnny Damon all got, and Carla watches it. I don't watch it anymore. I got tired of watching it. Speaking of the reality TV, a stunning episode of my sinful Beverly Hills Housewives last night. I have to tell you this, though. I am becoming more and more aware of the fact that as we consume this for our entertainment, we should be mindful of the fact that wasn't that Bobby Christina? She was on a reality TV show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real Houstons, or wasn't it that?
They
one?
had they had 2 reality shows because she was
Right.
featured on Bobby and Whitney's reality show, and then
Yes.
they had the second reality show.
We will have a story in the news you may not need that you guys will find interesting about how kind and warm and concerned a father that Bobby Brown is.
Well,
At
he's
least if
always Mike. He's always given the impression of a class guy.
if he's speaking through his attorney. Now sometimes we know that our attorneys can be a little overzealous, but I'll let you guys decide when
Is
we
he
have
still with
that,
Ephraim?
that little news story. Donnie from Stay Cool, Bobby.
Hey, I'm real
Stay
sorry
cool
about your
there.
daughter.
No, but I'm watching this and
Jeez.
it is all about this one particular lady, Kim Richards, who's one of the housewives who obviously
She's the infirmed one.
She is totally messed up. She's talking about some. They're never specific about. On this week's episode, she lands in the hospital.
Of course.
And you don't see them at the hospital. She apparently was in there for 5 days. You don't really get
It's a long stay.
you don't get a real detailed explanation of why, but they said a hernia, which
Mental
seems
hernia.
interesting to me.
She is. You see, the thing about her, and I've watched this show in
Right.
passing.
Show
I watch
name.
it enough that I can sort of follow it when you discuss it.
It is
She
our
is-
guilty pleasure, and it makes me realize that I'm a truly miserable human being.
All of the housewives are flawed in some way, but she is the one that is the biggest
Right.
mess. And I follow her closely because she was a kid star, and I know her from the Witch Mountain movies.
Yeah,
and it's
they're
just
both-
so
they were both
weird to
kid
look-
stars,
It's
right?
so weird to look at her and say, that's that little girl that was in a camper with Eddie Albert, and now she's doing this?
The Richards sisters.
Yeah,
as they're
Mike,
called.
they're the Richards sisters.
It's tough to watch because she, even if you didn't, and this is what's tough for her as an actress / reality star, right?
Sure.
Even if you didn't think something was wrong, she has the mannerisms and she's got these facial expressions that say something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
There's
And the
always
slurring.
something wrong.
Things droop.
Yes.
Like the cheek they
Oh,
don't
it
match
feels-
up.
I feel horrible.
It looks like a portrait that was painted by someone who doesn't know how to paint a portrait.
This is as much as I will not stop watching this show because I am a sinister person and I watch the show.
Sinister.
I have to tell you this: when we do this kind of radio, which incidentally they did the little survey about, radio people and the stress level with radio. When you open your life up, which I have made a career doing by putting little bits and pieces of my life on. I know that over the years there were times, and Rob, you've gone through this, and Oscar, you've gone through this, where there are moments where you do that where it entertains people to hear it, but it ain't fun for you.
Lowlights, Mike.
Not.
They're the
It's
lowlights.
not.
And that's what the people
really,
grab onto, and that's what they
they're
continue
people
to
that-
bring back up.
Well, but they're people that truly love it, and
Yep.
and we know that, and we share that, and we share it, I think, in an entertaining way. With that said, there is a greater level of control over that in our medium when we're talking about it, because we choose what we're going to talk about. And, anytime, any one of you guys could look me in the eye and say, really, right now, I would rather not talk about it. And you know what? We would all honor that.
Yeah.
That is our code. That's the way we do it.
Except for Mac.
Except for Mac.
He's
exactly.
so pushy.
It's wide,
very
open.
pushy.
Pushes. Now, with reality television, it's the exact same thing, but they don't have that option.
No.
Right.
No,
They
no.
sign a contract that says we're going to put these cameras in here, and the producers put them into situations which are going to cause conflict. And my point being, I think ultimately, and some of the suicides, deaths, what have you, will bear this out, that ultimately that is a very, very scary road to take when you're talking about reality television.
Think about how many marriages fail because of reality television.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I just think that, yes, we're being entertained by it, and yes, they get their fame and they get their money, but even if
what
these
price?
situations are
Precisely.
right, Oscar, what is the price of this? And I was watching that last night as they were having a lovely little party for the housewives and some sort of gay men's conclave they were having at the same time. It was a bunch of gay guys, and it was the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it was a very nice party they were having. And in the middle of it, Brandi Glanville and Kim Richards are having this knockdown, drag-out, screaming at each other, where it ends with Brandi saying, "No one cares about you, not even your husband." And I'm saying,
oh boy,
ultimately, that type of thing. That's right.
husband.
And you hear about it, it's just I'm still lapping it up with a spoon, but man.
But you
I
know
tell
what? You bring up something that I hadn't. Hey, lapping it up just for Dad.
Lapping it up now.
But the thing that you brought up is A, they don't have the option to not participate, but B, they're put in situations that bad stuff is going to happen. Carefully constructed situations that afterwards can be even more escalated by editing. They're at the mercy of the producers.
And
They keep coming back, though. They keep coming back.
They like
they
the
keep
check
coming
for
in.
Dad
well,
now.
it's the check and the fame. I mean, I think who doesn't like? Don't you think you can see it on their faces sometimes when they're like rolling through an airport? You know they love the Star Trip because most of them never earned it and they're not famous.
No.
And then the other one, the only ones on that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that have their act together are the soap star and the one that's married to Harry Hamlin. They
Lisa
seem
Rinna,
to be
yeah.
because
Mike.
I think they are doing it purely. They have it completely in control, and they haven't embarrassed themselves.
Mike,
yet.
you know what fame feels like. And you know what fame feels like.
I sure do,
Oscar. In the
Oscar.
D.C. area.
Sure.
Do you feel like, even at your level of fame in the D.C. area, when you're in Fort Myers, do you feel like you want more of that fame down there that you had up here?
I've never thought about it. If I thought about it, I might have a better answer, but I think that the fact that I haven't thought about it would probably mean no. I'm down here for a reason, and I'm up in Maine for a reason.
Witness
I'm up
protection
there
program.
because,
And
to be honest with you, I know
protection.
No, the fact is, when I'm around my family up there, where I am going to places, for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm going to places where people don't care. At the same time, I enjoyed the fact that what we do, we want more and more and more and more people to listen to
Well,
this.
no,
And I
that's
tell
a
people
collective.
down
We
here,
want that.
Yeah.
clearly.
and I tell people what I do. So I want that. But as far as like going out and it's nice when I'm with my kids to get recognized.
That's cool.
sometimes.
I
That
agree.
was fun. I took my daughter out to lunch with my son in Gainesville, Virginia, where we're very well known up there. And two of the waiters stopped me on the way out, and they were young guys, and that feels very good. But I love that in really, really small doses.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd hate it if it was 24/7, and you hear about it. I mean, it's very, very difficult.
It's
but
also-
I don't get nearly that anymore.
It's great if you can get like an advanced seating at a restaurant. You know what? If
That's
you
cool.
sometimes that is sometimes really nice. They'll comp you
Absolutely.
a drink or something. But
Yes.
beyond
Never
that,
happened to me.
Well, you know who gets it a lot? My dad. Somehow
Yeah?
my dad gets it.
Oh, wow.
They say, "Hey, aren't you on the radio?" He said, "No, my son's on the radio." Well, that's
Right.
cool. Have a seat.
Well, down here, ladies and
Why
gentlemen,
don't you call me?
I get into every doctor's office at the same time everybody else does.
He said, your copay, your robe,
Right.
comps.
Thank you. We will take a break and come back with the aforementioned story about Bobby Christina.
Nice.
Right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Citizens of Earth, we have interrupted your program. We are the Vogon Construction Fleet and have been monitoring your radio waves from KCJJ because we love cannon. But we also are fans of the Mike O'Mara Show and do not understand why you have not invested and bought their bonus show packages. Live Don't talk to me about life. Life is supposed to be funny. Now, you have 24 hours to buy it. Buy the Butter Show package or be destroyed.
It's Marcus and his microbrews.
What the hell was that?
I guarantee you one thing, Mike. Marcus Serta did not sign off on that promo. That's a Mermelstein promo.
Wow, that's incredible. I look forward to hearing that again. Oops. Not. Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Blinds.com. I love Blinds.com, and I've got blinds coming down here. Not just shutters, people. I've got blinds coming as well. I'm using them again because they're so easy to deal with. You'll love saving up to 20% off already great prices on top designer brands at Blinds.com. With great offers that change regularly, you'll find exactly what you're looking for at a price that will make you smile. February is the perfect month to order energy-efficient products to fight that heating bill. From cell shades to insulated draperies to custom shutters, the team at Blinds.com can overcome any wintry window challenge with style. The big game is over, but did the sun glare on your TV drive you crazy?
Oh, you hate that for Dad.
Keep your view and lose the glare and damaging UV rays. With modern and sleek solar shades from Blinds.com, it's time to fall in love with your home all over again with blinds from Blinds.com, as seen in Mike O'Mara's kitchen. Woo! And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, where's my news guy? Bring him in here. There he is now. Oh, no, that's wrong.
News.
Yes, thank you. Boo. Yeah, I'll hit it. Don't worry. I'll close it before we get
Mike,
to you.
the audio's getting cold.
I know.
You
Sorry
gotta
about
close it. Daddy-o.
An attorney representing
Please?
Bobby Brown, huh?
Please close it. Thank you.
Thank you. An attorney representing Bobby Brown says the entertainer's daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, isn't and never has been married. I don't know how you can interpret this. I'll read the whole story, and then you guys tell me. Brown's attorney, Christopher Brown, released a statement Tuesday disputing reports that Bobby Christina Brown is married to Nick Gordon. Bobby Christina Brown has been hospitalized since Saturday after being found unresponsive in a bathtub at a suburban Atlanta townhome. Gordon and a friend called police. In January 2014, a representative for the family confirmed to the Associated Press that Brown and Gordon had gotten married but did not release additional details. Bobby Christina is the only child of Bobby Brown and the late singer Whitney Houston, who was found in the bathtub in 2012. Whitney Houston left her entire estate to her daughter.
That's why they don't want this guy to get the estate.
This is really getting... this is just
so
trash.
crummy.
So they're trying to think
Trash.
3 steps ahead that when she
Trash.
passes.
Crummy.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah,
not even
just as
dead.
rotten as it
No,
gets.
she's not
don't
even
you
dead.
think?
Right? Jeez.
It's horrible. I mean, it's I read that story and I went, oh God. I mean, really? And yeah, this has to play out in the public. This has to play out in the.
Of course.
Look, I watched that documentary too, that docudrama that they put on.
Oh, yeah.
That made Bobby look good. And
Well, Bobby
I just think
produced it,
this
didn't
guy's
he?
bad. Yeah, this guy's bad.
Yeah,
news.
of
Really,
course.
really
Well, he
bad
has
news.
been for years.
Like the rest of the world, Rob Spiewak, Chinese people love our celebrities.
Of course.
And they even give them crazy nicknames. I am not making this up.
You know what? Just based on that, I'm really pleased I made the ride in today. I think this is going to be a winner.
Here are the nicknames that the Chinese have given some of our celebrities.
Okay.
Yes.
Katy Perry is Fruit Sister.
I'll take
Hey,
that.
is this possible that you could give us the nickname and we could try to guess the celebrity?
Sure.
Okay, excellent. Cool.
Fruit Sister is Katy Perry because
Got it.
she wears fruit costumes and often has giant fruit on stage. In parts of Hong Kong, they are a big fan of Lord of Butt.
Lord of Butt.
Nikki Azalea.
Well, no, I think it would have to be
No.
a man if it's a lord.
Lord of Butt.
Oh, gosh.
It's not Iggy Azalea, so.
Who's
Come
the
on,
soccer
boys.
player? Who's the soccer player?
Lord of Butt. Think big butts. Come on.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian?
That is close, but no, it's Jennifer Lopez.
But why would she be a lord? She would be a lady.
Am I from China? Huh? Excuse me?
Well, Mike,
All right.
you know, you've really never cleared that up.
Another popular Chinese person is Cow Sister.
Cow sister? Is that, would that be Paris Hilton?
You're never going to get it. It's Mariah Carey.
I don't think she's too happy with that.
That's no
Mariah
good.
Carey is Cow Sister, which is not a comment on her fuller figure. In Chinese, the slang phrase, cow's vagina, means effing awesome. So
that's like
it's
being,
a compliment.
That's like being the bee's knees.
Yeah.
You're the cow's vagina.
By the way, Ariana Grande is known as Little Cow because she's like a mini Mariah.
Little cow.
Benedict Cumberbatch is known as Curly Blessing.
Wow. But he is the cow's vagina, and he's everywhere.
Because of his curly hair on Sherlock. Nicki Minaj is Numbing Spicy Chicken.
What? Numbing? Like losing feeling numbing?
It's actually named after a Chinese dish so hot that it can actually numb your tongue.
Ah.
Kind of sexual there. I would think that there's some kind of sections there.
Yeah.
Adam Levine is Flirty Adam. That's an easy one.
Sure.
Jennifer Lawrence is Cousin.
Why?
Oh, by the way, do you have Quaid in your audio vault?
I do have Quaid in the vault.
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Good.
Which has something to do with Chinese people always wanting to show that they have powerful connections. Justin Timberlake is Boss because of all his business ventures. And Leonardo DiCaprio is Pikachu.
Like the little Pokemon guy. Yeah.
It started as a joke in 2011 when a news anchor couldn't say his name and called him Leonardo Pikachu, and it stuck. So
I love that. I think that's
great sense of humor over there at China. Paris Hilton's 20-year-old brother Conrad. Well, that's named after the big guy, right?
Yeah,
That
the
had
guy
all
who
the
was a
hotels.
character in Mad Men.
He surrendered himself to the FBI yesterday to face charges for throwing a spoiled rich boy fit on a flight from London to L.A. It actually happened last July. The crew suspects drugs caused the meltdown. They say Conrad was screaming and threatening flight attendants, saying things like, "If you want to square up to me, bro, then bring it, and I will effing fight you."
Oh, just like Oscar on a plane.
Wow.
Open the doors. I'm not that late.
Oh, my God, these quotes are horrible.
miss my
He says, quote, "I will effing own anyone on this flight. They are effing peasants." Wow. Oh, my God. He was pacing up and down the aisles, yelling and swearing. He was being so insane, children were crying. I would have kicked his ass.
Wow.
I would have kicked his ass. I swear to God. And they
Kick
wouldn't
his
have
ass,
they wouldn't have
Seabass.
arrested. Oh, my God. I'm a peasant. I got your peasant boy right over here. He grabbed one flight attendant's shirt and said, quote, "I could get you all fired in 5 minutes. I know your boss. My father will pay this out. He has done it before. Dad paid $300,000 last time." There are also reports that he smoked pot in the bathroom.
Oh, you're not allowed to smoke in a bathroom?
Not okay.
Conrad finally fell asleep, and the captain had crew members handcuff him to his seat. Family attorney says Conrad took a sleeping pill and may have suffered adverse effects from that.
It's this GD millennials, let me tell you.
You know, that is the worst
new
behavior. That
Out
is
of control.
He's the worst Conrad since Conrad Bain. What is it about that name?
Desmond Wheatley is the scout leader for a Cub Scout troop in San Diego. He led a hike through a state park back in January 24th to be exact, and that took them on a trail straight to a nude beach.
Oh, no, no.
I'm sure he didn't know about this.
One mother says when she confronted
What's
Desmond...
over here, Scouts?
One mother says when she confronted Desmond, he told her, quote, "My family and I go through here all the time. It's not a big deal." The Cub Scouts sided with Desmond, though, and say the hike was, quote, "quickly rerouted to protect the youth. We concluded proper protocol had been observed."
Well, but if he knew that it was a nude beach, then proper protocol is not observed.
Well,
Can you imagine?
I remember when I was a 13-year-old hockey player, and we were coming back from Middletown, and we went by the Portland Drive-In where they had pornos running, and we were in the back seat of the station wagon. We all could see it.
Hey, slow
Great.
down, Dad.
Slow down, Daddy, now. Yeah. What were you going to say, Oscar, about this?
Can you imagine, like, the follow-up? Now, kids, how did you feel about what you saw? And like, that creep is, like, hoping they're like, oh, strange.
Yeah,
Look, Dad, I got a booby badge. A big rig hauling frozen chicken collided with a truck carrying bees in Southern California.
Bees!
Igniting a fireball that quickly got out of control. The California Highway Patrol says the crash on Interstate 10 near Palm Springs occurred shortly after 7 a.m. Monday. The truck with the chickens burst into flames and was incinerated, but the driver escaped with minor injuries. The driver hauling the bees was not hurt, although Highway Patrol officers on the scene reported bees buzzing everywhere. The highway's westbound lanes were closed for hours, but commuters say they thoroughly enjoyed their honey-roasted chicken. And now a little something.
Like that.
It's hard to say stupid crime is Florida crime because, you know, all stupid crime is in Florida, but
Right.
this is about as Florida as crime gets. 30-year-old Richard Nixie of DeBerry, Florida, was prepping for his Super Bowl party on Sunday and decided to serve the best Florida meal possible. He went looking for some fresh gator.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
sirree.
You
I want
choose
me
to
that
live
fresh.
there.
Yes, sirree. Yeah, he went to let some fresh gator. So he headed out to the swamps, trapped and killed 5 small gators, everybody. Took them home to cook up for the big game. but someone must have spotted him with the gators because the cops showed up at his place a few hours later, and he admitted he killed the gators for his Super Bowl dinner.
Yeah, I done it. I done it.
Yeah, he would turn that music off. He was arrested for illegal possession and taking of alligators, and missed almost the entire Super Bowl in jail, but he did make it home in time to enjoy his delicious chocolate pie.
Wow, big pie.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Tony and Gary.
Hi, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm Gary Stein.
On this week's episode of our show...
That's Tony playing the harmonica. That's not all.
I am pretty good. On this week's episode, Aretha Franklin, Prince, and Dinah Washington.
Does it get any better than that?
It does not. Also, we call a strip club.
Oh, why'd you tell them?
It's on this week's show. You can hear it at TonyPerkinsShow.com. Don't forget to search The Tony Perkins Show and subscribe at iTunes Podcast.
The Tony Perkins Show.
He's having too much fun,
He
isn't
is. He is.
Tony, I'm so glad you're enjoying it, and you'll enjoy it too, The Tony Perkins Show with Gary Stein. You will love it. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Blue Apron. Let's face facts. Everybody's got to eat. The trick is eating right. Got a great letter in the mailbag today telling about Blue Apron and how fantastic it is, and that was a great point that our listener made, that you don't argue about ingredients because they're all right there in the box
Ready
that Blue
to go.
Apron sends you, and it's all perfectly proportioned, and they give you the recipes that are easy to read, easy to follow, and the locally sourced ingredients are top shelf. The produce and the protein, absolutely delicious and perfect. You'll love the step-by-step instructions. 35 minutes or less for everything. Say goodbye to frozen dinners and takeout with BlueApron.com, and say hello to home-cooked balanced meals. Blue Apron is offering 2 free meals in their first week's Boxo Meals. Just pick your plan to enjoy this offer. $9.99 per meal for 2 people, or $8.74 per meal for families. Just visit BlueApron.com/TMOS, and the offer will automatically be applied before checkout. That's BlueApron.com/TMOS. Bon appetit, and when you get yours, you will thank us. Thank you very much. Without further ado,
News.
No, that's the wrong one.
no.
I'm just kidding. The Audio Vault for today, Wednesday, January 4th, 2015. Love this computer.
Mike, Tom Kirine is at it again. I don't know what they're putting in his coffee. There's just a few seconds from right before the Today Show comes on today. Tom Kirine, weatherman on Channel 4, gives his weathercast.
Look at our peaches and cream sunrise over Washington now, with a little sprinkling of cinnamon, I think, there too. And that's a live view from the Storm Team 4 tower camera this morning.
What an ass. Peaches and cream with cinnamon. That's not right. Don't
Peaches
say
and
that.
cream.
Do you think he got some viewer mail and says, I love it when you ad-lib like that?
I love when you talk about food.
Alabaster skies on a baby's butt platform. Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm Tom
Mike
Kirine.
mentioned his favorite Quaid. Now, I'm always been a Dennis Quaid guy, but Mike likes Randy.
Oscar, have you gotten a look at this video?
No, I haven't.
Randy
This
Quaid
video is incredible.
has got a beard now that's probably a foot long, a gray beard, and he's nuts. He's out of his mind. This is how it starts. It's like a YouTube video that he's posted. He's in Canada now. He can't come back.
Because he's
lost-
running from the law.
He's lost his passport.
You
so
know
he
what
says.
makes it scarier? What makes it scarier is, yes, we all know he's crazy, but if you look at him, he looks kind of like a normal guy with a big bushy beard.
Yeah.
It's the content that's a little disturbing, especially right at the end, because he kind of sounds normal up until a point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randall Quaid.
Hi, I'm Randy Quaid. I help media giants News Corp and Warner Brothers Entertainment earn well over $1 billion for the films Independence Day and Christmas Vacation. What did I get in return? A Warner Brothers exec, Bruce Berman, stole my house.
It should be mentioned that while he's doing this, his wife is sitting behind him, motionless in a bikini.
Yeah, very strange.
Okay, just
Very
so you know.
strange.
And News Corp's The New York Post continues to smear me to high heaven with a pack of lies. For good measure, Warner Brothers even had my wife and I falsely arrested 6 times by TMZ.
How do you get arrested by
I'm watching
TMZ?
this now. You guys are absolutely right.
He's out of his mind.
Deal. That's really how it works. Hashtag PMC. Police media corruption. Ba-dum!
Now, how the video ends is very thrilling.
Just the Hillary part?
No, I'm going to close with the Hillary part.
Okay, very good.
He wants to get back at Rupert Murdoch. So what he does is he gets his bikini-clad wife to put on a Rupert Murdoch mask, and then he pretends to, how shall I say, make love to Rupert Murdoch in a way that, say, Frankie and Beluga would be accustomed to. That sort of style. And so here he is getting back at Rupert Murdoch.
This is the very same shirt that I wore in ID 4 when I saved the world.
Okay, that alone. He's saying that he's wearing the shirt he wore when he saved the world.
Very strange.
Another act that Rupert Murdoch still hasn't thanked me for. So, Rupert, you want to me? I'm going to you. Evie, put this on.
Okay, the mask of
Maybe
Rupert
you'll
Murdoch.
thank me for this. Together, Rupert. Yeah, together, Rupert. We'll...
And another thing that upsets me is their pet dog is upset and is actually barking at them
Their
because
Canadian dog.
It looks like he might be hurting her.
Wipe out police media corruption. I'm
He seems nice.
Yeah.
Worth a gander, though.
Yeah, oh, it's definitely worth a look. Here he is. Sorry, go ahead.
I only saw the Hillary clip, so this is all new to me.
Oh, okay. So you hadn't seen him?
No, that's why
sodomizing?
I apologize. Before that, I was setting up going, oh, hey, she seems perfectly okay up until... No. Sorry, Mike, you didn't watch the whole video.
Here's the part where he talks about Hillary Clinton.
Hello. I am U.S.
Even the way he says hello.
This is the one I saw.
Okay.
Hello. I am U.S. citizen Randy Quaid. Hillary Clinton, while Secretary of State, revoked my passport, preventing me, Randy Quaid, from identifying myself as a U.S. citizen. Then, when she launched her presidential bid recently, she quoted my famous line from the film Independence Day. I'm back!
I didn't think it was that famous.
Well, Hillary, I am not back. I am just another one of your Secretary of State casualties. Do Americans really want an incompetent idiot for president?
There you go.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's
But,
a mess.
but you know,
Yeah.
on the plus side, he was in the Last Picture Show. So it does sort of balance
He's really
out.
holding on to ID4.
Yeah, you know
Wow.
what?
That's a
great movie.
yeah, it was
Come
great.
on.
I love it.
20 years
Thanks for the
ago.
contribution, Pony.
Jimmy
The
Fallon.
things you care about.
Yeah,
My
really.
God.
What woke
Cold
him-
silence.
What
My
woke him
God.
up? Jimmy Fallon is in Los Angeles this week, which really doesn't matter. But one thing that was kind of cool is that sitting in with the Roots last night was Doc Severinsen. And Doc Severinsen still tours with his band, and he still does gigs. And when they throw it from the monologue to the desk, this is the music they played. And although I wish they had mic'd it differently, Doc can still play trumpet. Made me smile to
Pretty
think
cool.
of how many times he played that number and that
Right.
arrangement. Very cool. And they showed some great pictures of him and Johnny. It was very cool. And
Is he still touring at all? Doc
yeah, he
Severinsen?
is
Does
touring.
still play?
He's touring this summer with a big band. I don't know
that's
that I
awesome.
would love to go see him. And I said, God, he looks old. And then I thought, wow, it's been like 24 years since he's been on the air. I guess he does look old.
That's
Because
awesome.
the last Tonight Show with Johnny was 92. This is also from... I think this was from, forgive me, I think this was from Jimmy Kimmel. They did the mom and pop music quiz where they ask parents music questions to older people. I love this.
Complete this lyric because you know I'm all about that.
Smile.
According to Taylor Swift, what are haters gonna do?
Beat you up.
Complete the title of this Beyonce song, Drunk in...
Stupid.
Complete this lyric. My anaconda don't want none unless...
It's a rabbit.
Can you sing the chorus of the song All About That Bass?
It's all about the bass, about the bass, about the bass.
You got it.
Yeah. That's more or less correct. Thank you. According to Taylor Swift, what are haters gonna do?
Die.
What are Justin Bieber's fans called?
Beaver boys. Beaver people.
Beaver cleavers.
What are Taylor Swift's fans called?
Swiffers.
Swiftlers?
Taylor mites.
They're not Taylor mites.
Oh, fun.
And we got to keep in mind, you know, it has been announced it's official. Mitt Romney not running for president.
Hey, Mitt Romney is not going to run for president. Mitt said it's time for fresh faces. Fresh faces, that's what Mitt said. It's time for fresh, so that's Yeah, that's good news for Bruce Jenner.
That's your magic. That's not funny. That's your magic audio vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. That's it. Another Mike O'Mara show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with the Mike O'Mara Show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS, Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. To get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, email Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember, we rely on your word of mouth. Tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. And support us by purchasing our bonus packages. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for another episode of TMOS. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show has been brought to you by Vegas.com. There's no place like Vegas, and nobody does Vegas like Vegas.com. It's the way to book Vegas from the inside. You'll see, unlike other travel sites, everyone at Vegas.com is in Las Vegas. They live there. They work there. Vegas.com saves you money on all the hot shows, tours, attractions, VIP bottle service at the top clubs. You will get the lowest rate on your hotel thanks to Vegas.com's Drop Watch tool. If your hotel rate drops after you book it, they'll tell you so you can rebook, and they will refund the difference at Vegas.com. It gets better. Go to Vegas.com right now, and when you book hotels, shows, even jumping off the Stratosphere Hotel, just enter the code TMOS in the promo box at checkout and get an extra 10% off everything but air hotel packages. That's Vegas.com, and get your bonus savings with our secret code TMOS. Vegas.com, the only place you can get insider information for the Vegas trip of your life.